Hello everyone. In this demo, I will show you how to debug a Spring Boot application using Spring Toolsuite 4 or HTS4. Debug lets us pause the program at specific lines, inspect what's happening inside, and fix problem effectively. I'll use simple REST API controller with get, post, put, and delete endpoints. We'll set breakpoints, set through codes, which watch variables, and handle a few realistical errors on purpose so you can see how to investigate and resolve them. By the end, you will be comfortable using debug mode in HTS4 and you will know exactly what buttons and shortcuts to use. So before going further, let's recap what we did in previous demo. So in previous demo, we learned how to make our Bitbucket repository, make various branches and clone the repository to our local branch, how to push and commit in Bitbucket, and we understood various CURD operations in REST API like get, put, post, and delete. So let's get started with this demo. First, we will open our HTS4 software IDE. Folder inside source main Java, inside com.example.test.demo, and user controller. So we will perform our debugging operation in this user controller. So I'll first run the app normally and confirm all endpoints work before we start debugging. So let's just perform this operations get, post, put normally. So before that, we will run as clean package. And then we will do run as spring hyphen boot colon run. Do this two things every time you open HTS after closing. So also let's check if all of these are working fine in Postman before we start with debugging. So we need to type the URL http colon your port name. So our port is 8081. So this will be the get URL. We have already previously done explain this in previous demo. I'm just running and checking if it is working properly. Eight 8081. So our get method is working. Let's see post method. We need to write a JSON for this. Let's write a JSON quickly. So let's run this with post. Okay, so let's run with put. It's working with put also, and let's finally do delete. So as we can see, all of our operations in our code are working fine. So now let's get starting with debugging. So first we will do debugging 101 set toggle condition. In user control, click the gray margin on left line to add a break point. You will see a blue dot. So here you can toggle breakpoints like this. So we have toggled a breakpoint. So breakpoints are stop signs. When execution reaches the line, the app pauses so we can look inside. Condition breakpoint, right click on the dot. So right click on this blue dot. We can, if you want to disable this breakpoint, right click on this and you can see the option disable breakpoint. So like this we can disable and toggle again. So let's start in debugging mode. So first we need to terminate the running app. The red square appear, and run this app in debugging mode. So run the main, click on the main class. Our main class is this test demo application. So basically the class which has this at annotation spring boot application is your main class. So right click on this, uh, go to the option debug as spring boot app. So our app is running in debugging mode. uh, Now the server runs in debugging mode. When I hit this endpoint, execution will pause at this. Uh, so what are we will do various type of scenarios. We will add different types of bugs in our code intentionally and see how to work with debugging. So let's see our first scenario, runtime expectation. Runtime expectation. We will add uh, a runtime divide by zero error here intentionally, like this. int result int result is equal to 10 divided by 0. So this is our intentional error. uh, so now we will set a breakpoint at this line. So just right click, right next to int, left click on the left side and click toggle breakpoint. So our breakpoint is set. So uh, so we paused exactly at the problematic line. uh, Now let's run this in Postman. Get. So after adding this intentional error, let's again run our project in debugging mode. Debug as Spring Boot app. So after running, let's add a breakpoint right here. So left side of int, beside line number 19, toggle breakpoint. So now as we have added a breakpoint here, we are going to run this in Postman. So get mapping URL. So this is our get mapping URL. We are going to send. So as you can see, it is not going. So this basically means we have paused on this line, as we have so the execution of code has basically paused on this line, uh, and the we are not getting further result. uh, so we have paused exactly on the problematic line. Let's look at the variable call stack. So you can see here option variable and the current variables. So to use the call stack, we can see here in debugging mode, this user control get is highlighted. So this is basically this line thread. So we will click on test demo and see call stack. You can step over by uh, pressing the F6 key. So we have stepped into the error. So now we will remove that error. Remove it, save it again. So after removing the error, save and press F8 or resume. You can see a resume, or you can press F8. So let's run again. Let's terminate this and run again. So after resuming and running again, the breakpoint has been removed and we are able to run our code again. So let's see a different scenario called condition breakpoint. So in basically the conditional breakpoint, the breakpoint will only work or pause if the given condition is met. So for that we will use this line in get mapping int id. So first toggle a breakpoint at line number 18. After toggling breakpoint, go to this breakpoint option. You can see our all of our breakpoints here. Click on right click on user control and go to breakpoint properties. So here basically make sure that enabled is ticked and conditional is ticked. So after a conditional is ticked, we have to give a condition for this id variable. So we will give id is equal to 2005. So our explain. So basically if the value of id which we are give in postman url is 2005, then only this toggle breakpoint will enable and the code will get paused. So let's see how it works. We have given id value 2005, apply and close. So the project is running. Go to Postman and first we will type 2004, get method and send. So we can see it is successfully sent. Now let's type 2005 and send. So so we need to terminate and run our project in debugging mode. So we do this every time for this to work. Now let's try 2005 send. As you can see, it is not sending, and basically it is paused on uh, line number 18 at the id. Now we will do one thing. Let's send it at 2004. Cancel, make it 2004 and send. So this time our breakpoint is still there, but it has not paused because of the condition we gave. id is 2005. Now we are going to see another scenario where we will see the path variable mismatch. So in this get method we have this annotation path variable which basically helps in to get the value of id for typing in url. So this application, it's at the rate path variable. So in Postman it allows us to give the value 2004 as a input in the url. So after sending, we can see the id is 2004, which we have entered in url. So basically what we are going to do is we are intentionally going to cut this path variable, and we will see how to find this exact error. So now I will cut the path variable in the code, so it is not there. Let's terminate this process and relaunch it. So we can see the path variable is not there, and we are relaunching the code. So it has successfully run, uh, and now we will go to Postman and send this get request. As we can see, we get an error because we have removed the path variable here, and we can see our error logs here. So uh, so now, as we know, we have intentionally removed the path variable. But if working in a real code and you don't know what happened, this is how you can find error. So basically click on console like this. There should be a blue underline under it, and after clicking on console, click Control F in keyboard. First terminate the program. Make sure you click on console and it has the like this blue underline, and click Control F. So now we need to search the different type of errors in this console. So for example, the at the rate path variable error is this one. So if we put this in the find, Control V, and search find, we get this. We search this in this console. So same, we can search anything uh, like this with find. You can see it is find. So this method is easy for searching errors. So in our fourth scenario, we are going to see a JSON binding error. So for this, we need to create a different class, different package. So for creating a new package, right click on com.example.test.demo, go to new and create a package. We will name this package com.example.test.dto. We will click create. So our new package is created, and inside this new package we will create a class called user.dto. So inside user.dto I will create a simple DTO, which is data transfer object, called user.dto with two field names, name and email. So DTO are just containers for request and response data. It is not a business logic. So I will quickly paste the DTO code I have here. So I will copy this code and paste inside. So this is basically a code for just a container or request for accepting the JSON. Now as we have created this, we need to open our user controller class, which we have the endpoints, and we need to edit this post mapping code. So what I will do is I will change the post user endpoint to accept a user detail with request body. So this tells Spring that read the HTTP request body and convert the JSON into Java object. So first I will delete this one, and I will paste the modified version of post mapping which we require. So we need to match this request body with the class name. So com.example dot test dot dto. So in this code, after request body, you have to give the name of the package, which is this com.example.dto, and also the name of the class, user.dto. So this so with this it will link this to the object requesting body. So after creating this we will terminate this process. So it is already terminated, and we will run this. So after running the Spring Boot app, we will go to the Postman, select the method by the URL according to post method, and as we know, we have modified how we have modified in user.dto. So the first is name and then email. So as we have written in user.dto, we need to send the JSON data in the same manner. So currently now in my JSON I am sending correct syntax of JSON, but like in a different manner. So I will see the JSON binding error. So let me send. As we can see, there is a error as it is not matching with the DTO. So to fix this, we need to give the JSON in the same manner as there is DTO. So we need to modify the JSON like this. First name, then email. So just make sure that it is matching the user DTO name and email. After that we will send this data. As we can see, we are not getting the null pointer, which means it is successfully matching the user DTO data. So that's all for this demo. And before closing this demo, let's recap what type of error we saw in this demo. So in the first type of scenario, we saw runtime expectation divided by zero error, where we intentionally put the int result divided by zero bug in the get mapping, and we learned to set a breakpoint and pause the at the problematic line and explore the error by using step over and see exactly the error and resume and recall the endpoint. And in the second scenario, we saw the conditional breakpoint, where we have made a breakpoint at this line with the variable id, and we gave a condition that if the id is 2005, then only the breakpoint will work, and we tested and see in the Postman. Then we saw path variable mismatch error, where in the get mapping we remove the annotation path variable and tested in Postman, and we learned to search this type of error in the console by pressing Ctrl F and finding the error we want. And the final JSON binding error, we created a new class for data transfer and wrote a Java object which accepts the JSON in only this format. So we intentionally send a different format JSON and again corrected it. So that was all for this demo. We will meet in the our next demo.